You're listening to the Traffic and Conversion Show. I'm your host, Michelle Fernandez, and today I am sharing a common mistake that many businesses make, and then they wonder why they're not getting the leads and sales they had anticipated. So stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. It's Michelle. What is going on? Now, today we are diving into a mistake that I see time and time again, probably on a daily basis. And then my clients are wondering, hey, why aren't I getting more leads and sales? Or I'm getting these leads and sales, but I can't scale, right? So the reason is that not many people are looking at their data or their analytics. Now, before we jump into the nitty-gritty of analytics, let me set the stage. You have worked tirelessly to build your landing pages, right? You're stuck in the tech. Then you're writing all the emails, which if you're anything like me, writing is a challenge. And then you're attracting potential customers with the hope of converting them into these loyal clients, these raving fans. But you don't get the results that you were hoping for. And then you're asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Like, where did I go wrong? And then where do I even begin to fix things? Well, that, my friend, is where the data and analytics come into play. Now, to start, let's break down what I mean by ignoring data and analytics. And that is simply the practice of not paying attention to the valuable information that your business generates every single day. Now, this includes website traffic, social media engagement, click-through rates, conversion rates, and so many more, right? So when you don't leverage this data, you're essentially flying blind, right? You are running your business blind. You're making decisions based on your gut feelings rather than the hard facts. It's like, I think it's my ads, or wait, it's my offer. Let me change that. Or is it, you get what I'm saying? So why is this a problem? Well, imagine driving a car with a blindfold on, right? You might maybe get to your destination, but it's risky, right? Like literally people's lives are at stake. And you won't know if you're taking the most efficient route, right? Because you got these blindfolds on. Well, the same goes for your marketing. By ignoring data and analytics, you're missing out on opportunities to optimize your funnel, improve conversions, and ultimately grow your business. Now, I do want to add in here that you're also probably either losing money or leaving money on the table. And those two things are very different. A lot of people are like, isn't that the same? No, it's not. When you're losing money, it's literally like, here you go, Facebook, I'm going to give you this money for my ads or my marketing or Google or whatever it is that you're doing. And that is losing money because you're not tracking the data. Could you be making more money? Leaving money on the table is like, oh my gosh, this thing is going really well. Maybe if I poured a little bit more, how much more would I get back? So therefore, you're leaving money on the table. And you may not even know that you're doing that, okay? So let's explore some key reasons why businesses often neglect analytics. Now, first, it can be overwhelming, right? I'm not gonna lie, like I keep it real, right? The world of data can seem like a scary jungle, right? Full of all these numbers and charts and all these things. And in reality, the analytics really aren't so scary and can be your best friend once you understand the basics. It's like that friend that you're like, oh, I didn't think I were gonna like you so much, and now we're BFFs. That's what data and analytics are gonna do for you, okay? So second, it takes time. Analyzing data isn't an instant process. It requires patience and dedication to regularly review and make sense of the numbers. But the insights that you gain are totally worth it, right? Now that we've addressed why you might be shying away from analytics, let's talk about the numbers benefits embracing this data-driven decision making, okay? So first and foremost, analytics can unveil hidden opportunities within the funnel. You can identify where potential customers drop off. You can pinpoint high converting pages and refine your strategies accordingly. It's like having a treasure map to navigate the complex landscape of your marketing funnel. And remember, when I say marketing funnel, your marketing funnel is literally from I don't know who you are and what you're about, all the way to I'm a raving fan and I'm telling everybody about you. Okay. That the entire process that goes from one point to the other. Okay. So, secondly, analytics can save you money. And who doesn't love to save some money? It's almost like you're getting a deal, but really you're getting more money. So, saving money actually makes you money in this case. Okay. So, by understanding which marketing channels are delivering the best ROI, you can allocate your budget more effectively. No more wasting dollars on strategies that just don't work, right? You'll invest where it matters most. But it's not just about money. Analytics can save you time. So with and making data-driven decisions or having those insights, you can automate certain processes. You can streamline your funnel and focus on activities that truly drive results. And how do you do that? Simple. You integrate tools like a Google Analytics or maybe Facebook Pixel in there. You could also, whatever platform you are on, whether it be for your email or your funnels, right? Maybe you have an all-in-one tool. You must choose these platforms that give you the data, right? So when you have this, your strategy is that every day you make it a habit to regularly review the metrics to identify these areas of improvement, right? Or vice versa. Hey, this is doing great. Let me lean into that a little bit more. So why is this the solution? Well, first, integrating analytic tools provides you this wealth of data, right? So let's just go back to that Google Analytics. They can reveal valuable insights into your website traffic, your user behavior, what's converting, what's not. There's so many things, what part of the United States, that men, women, mobile devices, desktops, all the things, right? It's like having a dashboard for your digital presence, right? So a lot of people are like, every time I build a funnel for someone, I'm like, hey, can you send me your pixel and your Google Pixel or whatever. And they're like, okay, I think like everybody's kind of cool with the Facebook Pixel-ish. Like most people are like, I know I have one. And Google Analytics are like, well, do I, don't I? Let me tell you, you need to have that in there because you don't want to miss out on it collecting any data. Okay. So even if you're not running Google ads, okay, and even if you don't have a lot of traffic driving to your site, just put it on, right? Because you might decide one day, let me go over there and check it out and see what's going on, okay? And maybe what you're missing out on. Okay, so second, consistently reviewing these metrics is the key to understand how your funnel is performing. You can spot which pages are performing well, identify where people are dropping off, and even discover which marketing channels are really driving the most traffic, okay? So I had a friend that said to me, hey, can you look at my funnel? It's not really converting, right? Something's happening. I don't know where it is. So I said, let's write it all down. And when you have your spreadsheet out and you see where things are and what the data is, it's literally that pink neon sign saying here, right here is where I'm not working, or right here is where I'm killing it, okay? And then when you're armed with this knowledge, you can make informed decisions to go ahead and optimize. Now, let's break down the steps to implement this solution so you can start gathering the analytics and you could start analyzing them, okay? So the first is integration. We talked about this. So make sure you have all the tools like your Google Analytics, your Facebook Pixel, Conversion API, all of that into your website and funnel pages, okay? Usually this involves, or I shouldn't say usually, this always involves adding a small piece of code to your site, okay? So once you set it up, these tools will start collecting the data immediately. So I always tell people this because even with Facebook ads, when they're like, well, I'm still kind of learning, I don't really know. And I'm like, okay, but are you driving any organic traffic to your website or to your landing pages, right? And they're like, well, yeah. I'm like, the pixel needs to be on that because you're training the pixel to look for people, right? You're training the pixel to see like, okay, what kind of data comes in? Because guess what? Whether you're running paid traffic or not, you're sending people to that page. And you still need to know whether they are warm audience or not, whether how that funnel is performing. Makes sense? Because you might think, oh, they're my people, they're going to buy from me or this or that. And you're not really thinking about it, but you can take this pool of people and start gathering data and say, okay, if the people who like me really like this versus this, then now I know what to go into because these are my people. Make sense? Okay. So integration is a foundational step in harnessing the power of your analytics for your business. Now, this is the thing that allows you to gather the data, not only for you to use, it allows for your paid traffic to perform better too. Because remember I said you're training that pixel. So once all your integration is complete, these tools like spring into action and start instantly collecting this valuable data that will really serve as a foundational for your informed decision making. Okay. So the next thing is define your key performance indicators, or you might have heard to them referred to as KPIs. Okay. So this is like a compass for your analytics journey. It involves identifying and selecting the specific metrics that are most vital to your business objectives. Okay. So everybody always asks me, how do I pick the KPI? How do I know which KPIs are right for me? How do I know where to set them on all these things? Okay. Now, these metrics can vary widely depending on your goals, but may include conversion rates, right? To track how effectively you're turning your visitors into customers. It could include click-through rates to measure the success of your, let's say, your ad campaigns, your bounce rates to gauge the engagement level of your website visitors, or maybe revenue per visitor to understand the monetary value each visitor brings, okay? So again, you need to look at your business. How are you running it? What is your thing that you're selling, right? And then what is the vehicle that you're using, or the sales mechanism that you're using to sell your, your bestseller, right? What does that look like? And then you could break down and say, okay, if I'm running a webinar, then I need to be tracking my webinar. My KPI should be on that. If you're doing everything organically on Instagram, okay, well, then now we got to look at engagement and set your KPIs that way. Make sense? So by establishing clear KPIs, you create a focused roadmap, ensuring that your I can't say analytics today, of all days that the episode is analytics, okay? So ensuring that your analytics efforts are aligned with what truly matters in achieving your business goals, right? The third one is regular review. Now, I talked about this. I suggest you make it a habit to review at least every day. You thought I was going to say more. But yes, you want to make it a habit to have a daily routine, weekly and monthly, depending on your needs and resources. Now, I put that depending on, but if you really want to grow and scale and you want to create some predictability and profitability, you need to be looking at that every day. So every morning, make it part of your morning routine, right? And look at what happened the day before. It's the best time. You're fresh, you have some ideas, you can see what it is. If you have a team, you could talk to the team. Hey, this is what happened yesterday. This is what we need to improve on today to make things better, right? And it's always fresh in your mind, because remember, what you focus on grows. So regularly reviewing your analytics data is like regularly checking the dashboard of your car during a long journey, right? It's a practice that keeps you informed and helps you make the necessary adjustments along the way. There's nothing worse than if you're like, oh, I'm going to check it once a month, right? Well, think about 30 days, sometimes 31 days that you're going to have go through that maybe you could have like caught something in real time, or made a pivot, made a change, whatever that is, that you could have saved money or made more money in those 30 days, okay? The fourth one is to identify areas for improvement. Now, you want to use the data to uncover areas that need attention within your funnel. So are there pages like with those high bounce rates that require optimization? Are there certain marketing channels that are underperforming? Well, these insights will guide your efforts to enhance your funnel's performance, okay? So, identifying areas of improvement is like shining a spotlight on the weak links in the business chain, right? By thoroughly analyzing the data collected through the analytics, you can pinpoint specific aspects of your marketing funnel that need attention. So, for instance, if you notice that you have those high bounce rates on a particular landing page or on your website, it may signal that the content or user experience really needs to be optimized, right? Or if you find that certain marketing channels are not delivering the expected results, you can reallocate those resources to find more effective ones. Okay. So these insights derived from data be that roadmap for enhancing your funnel's performance, ensuring that you allocate your efforts and resources where they'll have more significant impact, ultimately leading to better conversions and business growth. All right. So I want you to also keep in mind that a lot of this, even though we're talking about marketing, right? Because this is the traffic and conversion show, this also has to do with your time and your energy, right? What you're spending your team's time on. If you have a team, whether it's one person or 10 people or 50 people, right? You are paying their salary. So if they are working and spending all this time doing a particular task that you later find out that that's not even making you money, they need to be doing something else, right? Because you're paying them to do a job that's not making you money. Therefore, you're out two, I don't even want to say two expenses, right? Their salary and then plus whatever you're doing over here. Okay. So just keep that in mind. As a business owner, we need to be looking at the big picture of everything. And even if you don't have a team, that's still your time. Okay. So we want to spend time where we are going to be doing income producing activities. So here's the thing. Ignoring data and analytics is a missed opportunity that can hinder your business growth and efficiency. However, the solution is right there, right? Just make sure that you're using the proper tools to help build your marketing machine. Consistently review your metrics to gain invaluable insights so you can make those data-driven decisions. All right. So that wraps up today's episode of the Traffic and Conversion Show. And remember that the power of analytics is really at your fingertips. All you have to do is embrace it. I appreciate you so much for being here with me today. Until next time, let's grow your business together.